Hi everyone, I'm Ken from Crypto Trading KS. If you're new, welcome, and welcome back KS family. Let's run the numbers. Bitcoin currently down 2.32% to 28,363. Ethereum down 8.09% to 1529. From my 30 plus years in financial markets, I explain the smart money mindset. My goal is to help you to succeed one trade at a time by combining the strengths of investing and trading to assist you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love, gaining real wealth in the process. If you would like daily updates on price movements in the crypto market, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, please subscribe to YouTube. I've left helpful links in the description of this video. Thank you for being a part of our globally extended family. I very much appreciate you being here. What we've just done together is a quick run-through of the crypto market as it stands right now. Gaining an understanding of how sectors and industries are moving is really vital to your success. Over time, you'll get a feeling for the market and what is moving and at what time. We can see the market is pretty red. Now, what caused this? When the US market closed on Friday, there was a spike in fear and then a retracement. And then what we saw, this is actually the VIX. And Masterclass students, you'll get this live chart in TM6. What we saw was the NASDAQ 100 breaking below its support level, coming back into another support level. One thing that is really good, and it could be very easily missed, is the VIX did spike up but then retreated. This is actually a pretty good sign. If the VIX closed at the top here, that's a very different message the market is being sent. Actually, it spread up and then came down, and it didn't close at the top. And we saw a little bit of a bounce in the NASDAQ as well. We saw bond yields absolutely explode on the basis that we had a higher than expected inflation print of 8.6%, and we saw return to the safe haven of the US dollar, driving the DXY upwards. And also, interestingly enough, gold actually spiked as well. A lot of people think that when we have negative price momentum inside the markets will just naturally risk off and go into gold. This sometimes happens, sometimes not. You have to be really, really careful. And we can see the put-call ratios start to turn more negative. From running the numbers, we can see that short-term inflation is increasing much more than long-term inflation. And I thought it might be interesting to show you how inflation is changing all around the world. You can see Turkey has an inflation rate of 73.5%, Syria 139%, Sudan 220%, Ethiopia nearly 38%, Angola nearly 26%, Argentina 58%, Venezuela 222%, Kazakhstan 14%, Mongolia 14%. You get the idea. Canada 6.8% and the US 8.6%. With the FOMC meeting in about 3 days, there's expectation that the Fed will raise the Federal Reserve effective rate by much more than anticipated. And we can see the effective funds rate, federal funds rate, already increasing. We can see the interest rate, the US interest rate, increasing up to 1%. The 30-year fixed mortgage rate average in the US is 5.23%, and increasing interest rates will put pressure on home buyers and people seeking to repay their mortgages. We can see the civilian unemployment rate down at 3.6%, and personal saving as a percentage of disposable personal income is currently 5.6%. It's decreased substantially since liquidity was injected into the US economy due to COVID. And we can see the University of Michigan consumer sentiment has come down and spiked down, but it's just retracing a little bit to 65.2. Something of interest, the initial claims Basically, people claiming unemployment for the first time has actually increased quite substantially just over the past period, from around the end of March. So the Fed has a very problematic situation on its hands. If it increases interest rates, that's going to put pressure on the economic system and could cause initial claims to spike as well. And we can also see junk bonds, which is the SPDR Bloomberg High Yield Bond ETF, or JNK, coming down. This can be a really, really good indicator of potential improvements in the economic system. We can see that it's just decaying at the moment. You can see inflation is a global problem. When we look at Bitcoin, we can see for about 30 days, Bitcoin has been ranging in between 1 and A. 1 is 31,775. A is 28,957. What we can see here, Bitcoin's price actually broke down below that A level of support. Now, it's done this a couple of times before, previously, but we just have to be aware there's a lot of negative sentiment out there. As smart money, we look at the market completely differently than what retail do, but we have to be aware of retail reactions. It's a little bit early to tell if we've got a technical breakdown here, because what price needs to do is potentially come back, retest this A, and then resume back down. It could come up to the A level and actually increase from A. But just bear in mind, from a macroeconomic stance, retail will be selling. It's quite possible that a lot of smart money is just accumulating. That's why we've seen the DXY go up. Accumulating means they've been transferring their money into US dollars, just waiting to BORSOG. What is BORSOG? It's Rule 621. Buy on red, sell on green. And BORSOG is a very, very powerful way to make money in any market. We can see that buying on red, selling on green will work in any market condition. But of course, you must have the knowledge. You need the rules, you must have patience, and you need to know above all what you're doing. Crypto technical analysts scientifically track investor attention, which is measured by price, which is reality, not future promises. We trade the chart in front of us because the chart tells us the truth. The first thing we do is to mark up our charts with the CTKS method that is specifically designed to capture exponential price action. Then we check stock markets, check world events, collect probabilities, just what we've done with the inflation data. Then we look back into the crypto market, understanding that opportunities reset daily, enhancing our pattern recognition and finding the market's focus. Before we buy or sell, we have to become professional and lose the retail mindset to get a smart money mindset. And we must always combat the dual forces of self-doubt and self-sabotage. We do this by creating a good relationship with money. Many people subconsciously have a very negative relationship with money, and they can't figure out why they keep on losing their money. It's because they have that negativity inherent, and it's just hidden below the surface. Money is completely neutral. Good people do good things with money. Bad people do bad things with money. It's not money's fault. Money is just a commodity, and it's an unlimited commodity. You can never have enough of it. That's why greed doesn't work. So what actually do crypto technical analysts subscribe to? What are they greedy for? They're greedy for positive excellence, if such a word can be used, and maintaining real wealth foundations, such as kindness, inner and outer peace, gratitude and happiness, integrity, loyalty and decency, generosity, persistence and commitment. Why is this important? Aren't we in the crypto market to make money? You can only make as much money as your personality can support. That's why we relegate money to where it belongs, right down the bottom of the list. If you're actually doing the right things as you're progressing, you will create strength to support your success. And that's not just financially, that's in every single facet of life. Rule 45, no alt can escape Bitcoin's gravity. We know the crypto market has been under severe, extreme fear for a long, long time. We've not seen this kind of behavior since the bottom of the COVID crash. It's really important to keep this in mind. This is a very, very unusual situation, and it generally marks a very good entry. And if you're a long-term investor, buying in layers of support down from this price is definitely the way to go. Don't worry about trying to pick tops or bottoms or anything like that. You can't. And many professional investors have tried and they've all failed because it just literally cannot be done. But we always seek to buy when there's extreme fear in the market. And we can see that there's been extreme fear for about all of this period of time. And why is that? Because Bitcoin needs to get above this resistance, and currently that's coming into play at about 32,391 for the current price. And when we get above level 2, we're starting to repair. Above level 3, we're starting to look really, really good. And that's about 27% away. And we know that there are very, very strong supports inside the crypto market, and they're about 27.26% below the current price. So we're kind of in no man's land. However, there is negative sentiment in the market, so you should be aware of this. That doesn't mean you panic. It just means that if you're trading, for example, and all investors become traders anytime they buy or sell, it's not a bad idea to have some cash lying around. And when we look at the RSI, we can see the RSI is losing tremendous strength. When it comes down to this red area, that's often a good place to do entries. But again, we can't just rely on one indicator. We must be like really, really good detectives and understand what's going on. And don't forget, macroeconomic events take a long time to play out, but price is always moving in a wave. Let's have a look what the longs and the shorts are doing. The shorts are in this red line. We can see that they've been pushed downwards. The longs are coming into the market and playing havoc with the shorts. And we can see some really high liquidation values. Generally, the weekends are about 100 million or less. This is 351.08 million, and we can see a lot of positions have been liquidated, nearly 120,000 of them. And when we look over the past 24 hours to total liquidations, 82.49% have been long. What about 12 hours? Less, 73%. What about the past 4 hours? Around 75%. What about the past hour? 75% long. But we've seen the shorts are coming out of the market. What's happening with total liquidations? We can see more long liquidations than short liquidations at the present time. It's a very good discussion point for the comment section on YouTube. You can see that this short closing or short liquidations occurring here as price was going up. What you've seen here, how would you explain that? It's really good to do active learning. If you do active learning, you're going to understand things much, much better. And we have a fantastic community, a fantastic global family where we're very open to all sorts of ideas. You might like to just discuss, and I will give you a pointer later on, as to why the shorts have been coming down, but they've not been reflected in the liquidation statistics. A very interesting thing when we look at the top crypto projects, the shorts aren't too confident in getting in here. Now, why would that be? Please let me know in the comments. It's a really good thing to discuss. And we can see Ethereum exhibiting a massive amount of weakness compared to Bitcoin. And what do we see with Binance Coin? Of course, it's under resistance and it's following Bitcoin's gravity. What about XRP? Following Bitcoin's gravity, this blue line, as the blue line spikes down, XRP is spiking down. And we've seen a similar thing in ADA, Cardano. As Bitcoin has sold down, ADA has also sold down. If you want to know what happened to your beloved alt, Bitcoin happened. And this is a really good piece of knowledge to understand. With Solana, we can see Bitcoin's gravity just dragging Solana down with it. The same with Doge. The same with DOT. Smart money knows that Rule 4 is a very, very powerful rule. price moves in waves. It's always going up and down, up and down. We can see price moves in waves. The prices are always coming in and out, always moving up and down. And this is very, very important for you to understand. If you understand this rule, you're really doing well. Let's have a look at the metaverse. We can see sand following Bitcoin's gravity downwards. Axie Infinity also following. These are all under resistance. Decentraland Mana has followed Bitcoin's gravity down and it's lost that support. And we can see Gala following Bitcoin's gravity down. The question is this, and it's a really, really good question for the comments. What happens to all of these alts when Bitcoin's gravity turns positive? Please let me know in the comments. It's really important for your understanding. Engine Coin following Bitcoin's gravity down. Ape following Bitcoin down. Chiliz following Bitcoin's gravity down. You can see how Bitcoin's gravity will override your beloved alts, and we can see the same thing for GMT. Let's have a peep at some community favorites. We can see NEAR following Bitcoin's gravity down. This is the story. Bitcoin's gravity is powerful and it will affect your beloved alts. Very, very important to understand. Not enough people talk about this, and we talk about it every single day in our videos. And Matic following Bitcoin's gravity as well. Icon following Bitcoin for VRA, for Rose, for KSM, for IOTA and IOTEX. Let's look at some more community favorites. Theta has, just like all the other alts, moved in alignment with Bitcoin's gravity. Waves is also moving down. SHIB moving down. EGLD moving down. Phantom moving down. This is Bitcoin's gravity. It's incredibly powerful. Even, for example, Theta was looking really good, was getting above resistance, but Bitcoin's gravity pulled it underwater. And we can see the same thing with CHR. CHR was shaping up to be a really good play, but then Bitcoin came along and said, no way, CHR, you're coming with me. Oh, pesky Bitcoin. And we can see LRC was getting above resistance, but has been dragged down underwater with Bitcoin. And very similar with KNC, that's also following Bitcoin's gravity. Looking at some more community favorites, we can see Stellar was doing well, but it's followed Bitcoin's gravity. It's just now retesting very tight resistance. We can see CRV under duress, but just following Bitcoin's gravity. AVAX following Bitcoin's gravity. Arweave following it as well. Zilliqa following it as well. And we can see Uni coming back to a very tight support line, but following Bitcoin's gravity. FTT or FTX token following Bitcoin's gravity, but retesting that support. And we can see Tron has, as we anticipated some time ago, just been coming down. We always get a changing of the guards, and the market is always changing character. Just be aware of these factors. In crypto, the strong can become weak and the weak can become strong. Let's have a look at the greatest losers over the past 24 hours. Helium, HNT, Link, Convex Finance, CRV, EGLD, GMT, Waves, Comp, and Aave. And let's go the other way. What are the greatest gainers over the past 24 hours in the top 100? OKB, PaxG, HT, USDN, FEI, USDD, Leo, DAI, and True USD. So we've got quite a few stable coins in there. A powerful thing to remember, professional investors and traders have to accept what happens. Accepting what has passed is being kind to yourself. We talk a lot about positive excellence. Positive excellence does focus on kindness. Kindness to yourself and others is really, really important. And anybody can be kind to others when everything is going well and going right. But it takes great internal strength and courage and honor to be kind to people when things are not going right. To be truly successful, you need to manage your inner peace and outer peace. You're very, very valuable in this world. What you've been given, your task, is really valuable for the world to see. If you're caught in inner conflict and outer conflict, that just takes time away from you being you and delivering the incredible value that you can actually produce in this world. That's why kindness is a very, very strong thing to do, and kindness always comes with strength and boundaries. Please let me know in the comments, what is your focus, or what is your appreciation of kindness as a path to success? A lot of people don't talk about kindness as being something that leads to success. In fact, a lot of people talk about the exact opposite, that you should be unkind and cruel and just take whatever you want and dominate and kill others because that's the way to win. But is it really the way to win? And it's also a really good thing to talk about the scarcity mindset as opposed to the abundance mindset. When people think from a position of scarcity, they think that everything is a competition. They must dominate. To win, others must lose. But with an abundance mindset, we understand that everybody's so completely and totally unique that everybody can shine because we're all shining in different ways. Please let me know in the comments what you think about these concepts. I hope you found the content useful. Please consider sharing and liking this video and also subscribing to the channel. We would love to have you as part of our globally extended KS family. Thank you very much to our moderators for keeping our community safe from scammers, and to the CTKS ambassadors for assisting masterclass students. And of course, a very big thank you to you for watching and for being part of our global family. If you would like daily updates on price movements in the crypto market 7 days a week, 365 days a year, please subscribe to YouTube. Please remember, crypto is volatile. Always prepare yourself for the best and worst case scenarios. Reality will likely be between them. Stay safe out there, my friends. Take care and see you next time. Bye for now.